Hey, Boozeheads! You know the voice. It's me, Beautiful Brad. And guess what? We've got another new segment. We've brought you 5 minutes of Michael Benjamin. We've brought you Guy Party Adventures. We bring you Guy Party. We got the newest segment, Dale Tales. You guys have met Dale on a few previous pods. You know Dale's a complete fucking maniac. So today we're going to start a new segment, Dale Tales. Say what's up, Steve Dale. What's up, bro?
What's going on?
Not much, man. So what do you got for us today for your new segment, Dale Tales?
It's a couple stories or fact or fiction.
So basically, Dale created this thing. He's going to be creating his own YouTube page. What are you calling it? Do you know yet? Dale's Adventures, maybe?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that?
Everybody always thinks that they wanted a weird shit I do. I don't always sit on the couch. Maybe when I'm low on fundage.
Yeah.
But I like to go out and have adventures by myself.
Look out for Dale's Adventures. It's coming soon to YouTube. So this might be a one-off Dale Tales because he's going to bring it to his page. But we're going to introduce him tonight, Dale's Tales. So basically it's fact or fiction. Dale is notorious for making up insane stories. Some of them turn out to be real. Some of them turn out to be complete bullshit. But tonight, we're going to do fact or fiction. Let's figure it out, Steven. Start us off. Fucking rip us a story.
Okay. So in the 60s, my aunt one night was brushing her hair, and she's looking in the mirror.
I feel like this is the start of a porno.
No.
Okay, all right.
All right, whatever. Anyway, she's brushing her hair. She was doing it in the mirror. She looked over and seen like a blue face looking back at her through the window.
Was that like a neighbor?
No. All right, so let me get this going.
All right.
Blue face looking back at her. Or she come outside and noticed it was transparent. So she decided to follow the ghost. And they lived right by a graveyard, which is already fucking creepy. It's like right in their side of their yard.
So it was transparent. She knew right off the bat it was a ghost.
Well, I would assume it's transparent, you know. And
well, I don't know. I mean, nowadays with technology, maybe they could.
I don't think they had that technology in the 60s at least.
Also, it's the 60s.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's talk a little bit more about her when she was brushing her hair. Was she clothed or in the nude? Or
it's my aunt. I don't think of things like that.
I'm just trying to paint a picture.
I'm just trying to be serious about this.
Okay, yeah. Dale Tales.
Right. They're basically get into my stories too much, but you know.
Fact or fiction, baby.
She followed the ghost up. There was the driveway. It was like a gravel road incline. So it probably went up about a mile. She only had to go down like probably quarter of a mile because the graveyard was right there. It's just how the stones were. She was looking for it. She saw it, followed it, and it went down on the ground.
With this being Guy Party and all. So first off, she was brushing her hair in the nude. She turned around.
I forgot that's what this was. It's got to be some kind of perverted twist.
All right, well, yeah, okay.
Okay, I get it.
So she turns around. There's a transparent face. She immediately thinks it's a ghost, or does she think it's like a perverted neighbor?
It's like fucking transparent blue.
I've seen my dad wear Christmas lights look at me, and he fucking looked transparent.
I seen your dad wearing garters, too. What's your point?
So, you know.
It looked like something that glows in the dark. You got those like those 80s toys that glowed in the dark blue like that. Well, anyway, she follows it up, sees it go down a gravestone. I don't remember the name of it, but she tells my mom the story like 30 years later, and this is where it gets weird. So my mom and my dad's like me, let's go investigate this shit. And you know how every time I do something like it, probably about 6 out of 10 times something bad happens to me that night, later on or right then. So anyway, they go down and they check it out. They couldn't find the gravestone. They kept looking around. I finally found the gravestone. Gravestone falls over on my mom's leg. Bends her diamond ring.
So she's just like standing over there in the
They're looking for it and it falls over. So the first thing my dad thinks of my brother, he beats the shit out of him. This is fucked. He beats the shit out of my brother. My brother's actually innocent. He's like traumatized over the whole situation. I was like, Dad, I said, he didn't do that. I saw it. And he's like, you want beat too? So anyway.
Well, where's your aunt in all this? Is she just back at the house fucking?
She's at her house doing whatever she did. She didn't live there anymore. We're just investigating, see if we can find out about this person's dead.
So do you guys do that night when she calls and says, like, the creepy
She's just telling a story. My mom and them had a wild hair up their ass. I mean, I'm back there from Ashland. There wasn't a whole lot of things to do but get drunk and, you know, go to Iron and get drunk and look at people cruising boobs and stuff.
That's what I'm like, creepy dudes might be looking through the windows. Is this the aunt that owned the porn shop, or?
No.
No?
a year later, it hit my mom's left leg or right leg, I think, and I could have this backwards. My brother got the shit knocked out of him. He didn't have nothing to do with it. But like a year later, she broke her other leg. It was like an ankle where that stone fell on the other leg before. That happened after that. So, my mom, she walks with a gimp now because she's got plate and screws in her leg. But it's just kind of weird how that happened, though.
Because a whole fucking tombstone fell on her leg?
Yeah, well, it fucked her leg up. It didn't break it. I think she might have had like a bruised bone or something. Somebody else got something bruised worse, but we were saying innocent bystander. This because we were forced to go. But a year later, she broke her leg, and she's been hobbling around over.
All right, so fact or fiction, let's call it, Boozeheads. Do we believe that whatever the fuck Stephen Dale just said? See, I believe it's a creepy man. I don't believe it's a specter. I'm going to throw that out there.
But we don't know what it identified at the time as, so.
That is another valid point. I think it might have been a time-traveling tranny. So we've had orange time-traveling trannies. I don't know off the top of my head that we have light blue time-traveling trannies, but something was definitely peeping. Do you think ghosts just peep while women are brushing their hair naked? Or do you... I don't know. Let's talk about it. I mean, we got to call it fact or fiction, right?
You think it's fiction?
I'm going to say I believe in time-traveling trannies, so I'm going to say it's fact.
It's a fact.
Time-traveling trannies. Boozeheads, what have we been saying? Stephen Dale even confirms. Dale Tales, 1 for fact, 0 for fiction. All right, to the next Dale Tale.
I'll find another one. I wrote a bunch of stuff down here.
Steve Dale has literally wrote a novel.
I never did this much work when I was in school.
Now this dude, yeah, he's wrote like 2 pages.
Okay, here's it's the first one I wrote.
Everyone, brace yourselves. Is it a Dale tale, or fact or fiction?
One time we were camping, and I woke up in the tent, and it was full of toads. So I tried to pick up the toads and get them out of the tent, because obviously, what's going to happen if my dad sees toads in there? With me being a reptile person since I was a kid, and I was a kid then, I'm going to get blamed for stealing toads from the park.
Were you 27 or like...
I was like 6 years old.
Oh, 6. Okay.
Me and my dad, this is kind of cool though. I always remember this is kind of fun because my dad used to say, there's toads everywhere out there when I was a kid. So it was at Greenbow Lake. I was like, well, fuck it. He's like, I couldn't believe that he actually went along with it. But when we went out there, he's like, we'll go down there at a certain time of night. And it was like that, and he was a kid in the 60s. When I was a kid in the 80s, like 1986, there was toads all over the place. Well, that's kind of cool, you like reptiles and stuff, so you know how there was a miniature golf course, there's toads in the golf course jumping around. It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
But I found all these toads in my in this in the tent, and they were jumping around. Someone was camping beside me.
You were 6 at the time. You weren't masturbating yet.
Everything had to be sexual. Everybody acts like a fucking mongoloid not trying to do something. So I was picking the toads up, and there's this real big fat toad, about the size of a hubcap almost. I never seen a toad that big. Well, it's probably, they call them baby moons, but it's probably about, I'd say, a 6-incher.
6-incher?
Around. That toad was huge.
I'm not working with that.
Well, I woke up, I picked the toad up, carrying it across, and all of a sudden it pissed and shit in the person's mouth right beside me. It was snoring and pissing shit up.
I'm going to call fiction on this. How did you get that toad to where somebody had their mouth open?
People snore with their mouths open. Come on, I just had to take it out and it goes...
Alright, so you woke up with all the toads in the tent, and then you carried a big 6-incher out.
It was a big toad. I mean, it was...
So what, did you walk into somebody else's tent?
No, somebody was sleeping paired with me.
Do you
I'm
know...
not at liberty to say their name because if I say too much, I'll look a dick.
Okay.
But, they will just say they were a close acquaintance of mine. They had their mouth up like it's going, and I picked the toad up because they decided to go, and it went right in their mouth.
Now, did you do this intentionally, or?
No, it was an accident.
So you were just adjusting the toad, and it just shit.
I was trying to grab it, and I guess it squeezed it too tight, and it come out like a soft serve.
And it just directly hit right in their snoring mouth.
Yeah, it was like somebody ate a big thing of paint.
What the fuck? All right, Boozeheads. Dale Tale, fact or fiction? I'm going to say fiction. Dale, reveal it to us.
Well, the hearts mean fiction. The other one means star means true. So it's a heart. So that was a fake one.
Oh, it was a fake one. All right, I knew it.
Some of these will blow your mind. You don't expect it. You've encountered some years of traveling with me.
I've seen you fuck a sock and then tell a later story where you had a hot 10 girlfriend that came over.
Motherfucker, I saw you stick your hot dog inside of a snake's mouth before to keep your dick hard.
I remember when the gardener snake bit you and you had to go in the ambulance car because you thought the motherfucker was poisonous.
No, it was so embarrassing. My mom's like, snakes crossbreed. You might have cobra saliva in your skin now.
This dude's strapped down in a goddamn gurney, and they're taking him off because the stupid fucker got bit by a fucking gardener snake.
My mom heard all these things about snakes crossbreeding. Like there's cobras in Ohio. Everything's a cobra to her if it's a snake. So,
all right, Dale Tales, what do you got next for us?
It was dark outside and cold in the house, so we decided to build a fire. I heard a squeak. I looked up, and there was a fucking flying bat flying up my head. So I had to catch it, and it was dive-bombing me and my mom and Jasper, her little Jappy dog. Most people would have froze up from that because of rabies and shit,
Yeah.
I heard the noise. It was at my brother's house. You know how you get the door in the doorway? It was open, and when I saw it, almost was like fake, like a Bela Lugosi bat with a string. I saw it slow in my mind. I'm like, am I fucking hallucinating or what? So the bat flies down and it starts dive-bombing us, and more of my mom's like, oh, get that go, babies! This is like, stop it, he's on a Batman, and I've got a hospital.
Stop it, Steven.
I opened the back door up to the laundry room, obviously to get the fly back there, and it stopped. And all right, give me a fucking towel. So I take a towel, and it's hanging on the shower curtain, rocking back and forth. I just throw the towel over the bat and grab it, and you can feel it biting at the towel. It's probably scared shitless. So I just take it out the door and open it up the door and throw it out there, and it flies off.
All right, Boozeheads, what do you think? Dale Tale, fact or fiction? I'm going to say fact. I believe him on this one. Is it fact, Steven, or is it fiction?
Yep.
Why I say fact is my brother, he had a bat fly in his room one day, and they basically did the same fucking thing. Don't keep your fucking doors open because bats will fly in, and don't kill the bat because bats are actually pretty fucking cute. I get it, they're spooky. They kind of creep you out. They're like mice. You don't want them in your house, but I think, I don't know what the count is, but they eat like thousands of pounds of mosquitoes.
And what do mosquitoes carry?
What's scary?
What do mosquitoes carry?
Oh, malaria, dude. Mosquitoes.
AIDS.
Mosquitoes
Everything.
kill more humans than any other animal. So, yeah, if you got bats in your backyard, be thankful. Just like snakes, because if snakes are in your backyard, they're killing fucking mice. So, guy party. All right, Dale. Fact or fiction? Give us another jam.
One time I was walking in the woods, I saw a red light glowing. I figured I'd follow it.
I think this is when he got raped.
It took me to this house. I went inside the house. I heard a noise creaking and sounded like people moving around. So I decided to go out of the house, and then right as I walked out the door, the whole house collapsed on me.
What? All right. I'm on a straight call Dale Tale right up. Dale Tale, fact or fiction? I'm going to say fucking total fiction. What was it? He's got a...
The heart means it's fiction.
All right.
It's
so,
coded.
total bogus tale.
Everybody always makes fun of me because I collect Schwinns. I got two different stories about them now. All right.
The apple crate, baby.
All right, the first one was the apple crate. One time I was going down a hill. I broke the cable. I couldn't stop it. And there's this embankment over the creek.
And then he landed in a 10's vagina.
I think it's about a 20-foot drop. I went over the creek, and I still couldn't stop, and I went through a plate glass sliding window to the garage, or the den, right through it.
I'm going to call Dale Tales fact or fiction. I'm gonna call fiction. Because this dude is not going through a plate window and still buying a bicycle to go ride. Now, speaking of this, well, did I get it right? First off.
Yeah.
All right, fiction. All right, total bullshit. See, but if you guys know Stephen Dale...
A lot of stuff happens to me, though.
And how he delivers it, you can't really tell the difference. And he's acknowledged that. So be sure to check out his YouTube channel because Dale Tales is going to be going over there. But anyway, do you remember when my cousins would come over Did you ever hear when we changed up Marco Polo to 69 Charger?
Yeah, you can hear it all in my fucking backyard when I was on my pole.
69 Charger! 69
Remember I tried to sell the Apple crate and you fuckers were calling the house?
I wasn't. The cousins were.
Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah. 69 Charger, give it a little context. Stephen Dale is a big Dukes of Hazzard fan. As long as I've known him, he's wanted a 69 Charger. He's never quite got it, but we would always make fun of him for it. So we would turn Marco Polo into 69 Charger, and we'd scream it at the top of our lungs just to piss him and his parents off.
It's pretty fucking loud, though. I mean, I'm surprised you didn't go deaf from hearing it being that close.
It was fun. We were getting rowdy. So, I mean, I think I've scored pretty correctly so far, right? Fact or fiction?
You haven't missed any yet.
Yeah, I mean, I know Steve Dale. Boozeheads, what do you think? Hey, you digging the Steve Dale fucking Dale Tales? Drop a fucking comment in the YouTube page or let us know on Facebook.
Because it's like roadkill.
Steve Dale is totally working on his own channel, so let us know if it's worth his time. All right.
Do you have any stories that you want to tell?
Oh, Dale Tales? Shit, I don't know. All I know is Real Tales. When he first moved in, I don't know. I don't remember exactly when we teamed up. So, you guys know me by now. I'm a big reptile guy, and I'm also a big action figure collector. So, I traded Stephen Dale some action figures to get actually, like, real-life turtles, not Ninja Turtles. So, we made that trade. I got the real-life turtles. They were aquatic turtles. I didn't have enough tanks at the time, so we threw the turtles in with some bigger turtles. Crunch, exactly. Stephen Dale nailed it.
I spent like 6 days trying to catch that little bastard, too.
Yeah. Like, if I first met the fucking guy, I was like 12 years old. I've known this fucking guy for...
Well, you knew I was 15 years old. I was 15 years old, and in a few days I'll be 42.
42. So I've known you for 27 years. I've known him and his brother for 27 years. But anyway, that's the first time I met him. I traded him a Boba Fett. Got a couple real living turtles. Put them in with some bigger painted turtles. Painted turtles ate the turtles, needless to say. And I learned my lessons. Yeah, you live, you learn.
Technically, you were told to do it, so...
Yeah, well, you know.
The Great Destructor.
Phallus Baldwin, the ultimate reptile killer.
Right.
Long legs Steve Dale. That is a factual Steve Dale tale.
Alright. One night I was driving back from here in my old 62 Ford Galaxy, which is my only car I'm driving right now, which is kind of scary.
Also, this is a new one.
The Galaxy seemed to be acting up because sometimes those old cars, they don't warm up when it's chilly outside, you know.
Mm-hmm.
They can be kind of like temperamental. So I thought I flooded it. Then I realized not all the time those gas gauges, them old gauges have loose wires and stuff. So I figured I was out of gas. So I walked to the gas station. I got some gas. And I walked back to the car. And when I got home, I fell asleep. I was woke up about 3 o'clock, what they say, witching hour. And you hear the car going, rah, 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 like something was trying to turn it over.
How you were about to say you had a dick in your face.
See, I try to be like professional about this. You told me not to act like a moron.
You're on fucking Guy Party. Guy Party.
I went out there. The creepy thing was, the keys were in the house first, because I took it in and hung it up on the fridge.
Mm-hmm.
When I went out there, the car's ignition was turned over, and the lights were on. The high beams.
Boozeheads, what do you think? Retarded or fact? I'm going to say retarded.
It's fact.
Whatever. Get the fuck out of here.
There's a lot of paranormal shit that happens around me, and I told you some of them will blow your mind.
Dom DeLuise, man. Do you know who it was, maybe? Was it an old mobster, or was it,
I don't know, but yeah, you remember what Shelley said? That car's got a spirit of its own.
Yeah, I mean...
Gives off a vibe sometimes. Have you seen Christine? The car acts like it sometimes. Sometimes, when I'll be in there making out with myself, it'll stall.
Guy Party.
But what's weird is sometimes I'll go on there and turn the car on, the song Bad to the Bone will come on. That was on the soundtrack. Buddy Holly's songs is on the soundtrack.
Have you ever fucked any girls in there?
No.
No. Have you ever masturbated in there? Like, I just want to know why that car has so much energy that you go lay down and that thing's singing you bad to the bone.
It's got to be a sexual thing? You think the cars are sexually attracted to me?
No, I mean, maybe you, like, this, I don't know, some power push-ups and jumped in there and just was, like, full of life. I don't know. Why is that car singing you songs?
It's got a radio. I mean, the radio was singing it, maybe?
Well, I mean...
I'm just saying it's coincidences of the songs of the movie. I just happened to be watching that movie and it came on.
Right
4
on.
songs out of the same movie?
I remember I would play that game with my ex-girlfriend. I'd be like, all right, man, we'd play EBM.
Hide the paper bag?
No, but it'd be like...
Hide the paper bag?
All right, so we're going to take this 3-mile loop. If EBM plays Leonard Skinner, Metallica, or AC/DC...
That's all they ever play!
Hey, doesn't matter. The car was talking to me. I was like, give me a blowjob if they play any of it. And guess what? In that 3-mile loop, I would get several blowjobs. Because you know what? The car was speaking to me, Steve Dale.
So is that where the herpes came from?
Guy party. So I'm going to call fiction on that one.
I didn't get no blowjobs from cars and shit. You just ruined my story.
I didn't ruin your fucking story.
Alright, that actually happened.
If you guys believe all this nonsense, he is going to start a YouTube channel. It's called Dale's Adventures.
Can you think of anything?
Fact or fiction? I don't know. I mean, I remember you were living in a fucking abandoned house, and I took a girl up there, and I was fucking her. And I remember looking over in the little closet where you had a little kitty cat keeper.
The raccoon?
The raccoon, yeah, where you fucking...
It ran out chasing me, got hit by a car.
Yeah.
That's when I was hoboing it.
You were totally hoboing it, because I remember... Fucking dude, it's like 90 degrees. We're upstairs. I'm plowing this bitch. I'm just like sweating over.
You see the raccoon's eyes glowing?
Oh, the raccoon was dead at this point. But I remember you had literally made your bed because you tucked your blankets away. But we're just like sweating balls, just fucking up there.
I had to sleep in the news. It was so hot.
Oh, yeah.
But that was the most awkward man. Like, the city workers come up the stairs, you're naked. You got to jump out the window.
Yeah, dude, because like we were fucking. Luckily, we'd finished. And literally, there was people downstairs like, shit, how the fuck are we going to get out of here? And we just ended up running out the back, and luckily nobody fucking saw us. How many times did you get encountered with the city people at the Hobo Castle?
I've heard, like, them working outside. One time they come in, and I wasn't dressed. I'd jump out the window naked and run over in the woods.
Yeah, dude.
I had mud all over my ass and leaves.
I mean, we're talking, this is 20 years ago.
You know what? I couldn't help it. I was on a diet then.
Dale Tale. Fact or fiction? Fact. It really happened.
I got one for you. The haunted bike. It was another I bought on eBay.
You bought a haunted bike?
Yeah, on eBay. I'm not going to give the store away. Anyway, I got a haunted bike off eBay. It was called the Cotton Picker. Remember that one? The white one? Yeah,
that's racist as fuck. Are you allowed to buy these now?
It's a white bike, and they call it Cotton Picker. It didn't say a person of color was picking it of any color. Of the rainbow.
Yeah.
Everybody just assumes everything's racist these days. All right.
Fiction.
It was found in the attic of a funeral home. Information a black guy owned that, if you want to get technical about it.
Yeah.
It's very rare. It was found in the attic of a funeral home. He contacted me on it, acquired it on eBay. I asked him about it, and he said it was sitting in the attic, and it was in pretty good shape. Needed a little bit of chrome working, but it's nothing I wasn't able to do with my fingers. So, I got it out, set it up. So we lived in a Batavia house, which, you know, that house was kind of haunted, too. There's a lot of paranormal activities there.
Oh, fucking facts.
I took it out of the box, and I showed it to my dad, and he's like, oh, I like it, because my dad always wanted one when he was a kid. He wanted an apple crate or orange crate, and he's a kid, and he introduced me into my hometown. We went up to Huntington, and the guy had an orange crate and window. It was like the same feeling first time you saw the old Star Wars figures.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I was like, would you take $200 for it? And the guy laughed at me. $200 was a lot of money for a kid.
So, you're notorious for the apple crate. You've owned one or two at this point.
Well, there's a lemon pillar. I've had one of those, the disc brake one. The disc brakes are really rare. A pea picker. I had one of those. Remember?
I remember you had them all, but you only had one
orange
apple
crate. I had one that didn't have disc brakes. Lemon or orange crate. I had an apple crate, and I had a cotton picker, and then there was a gray ghost. I never had a real gray ghost.
So what did you end up paying for your fucking apple crate?
I was buying it for like $1,000. Now they're going for like $3,000 to $10,000.
So what did you sell it for?
I was a kid. You played with the thing for a while, and you're like, oh, $1,000. I use that money to
Well, no.
pay bills eventually.
What did you actually end up selling the
I
Apple?
broke even on it. Oh, the Apple crate, I paid $500 for that. $550, and I got $550 out of it.
So this is before it like started going nuts.
Then they start going up. The better shape ones. It depends on condition, like the toys. The better shape one was $1,000. I didn't know anything about the disc brakes, but then one day I was thinking about the one we saw in Huntington when I was a kid. The back wheel looked better, and I looked and it had disc brakes. And it's the most skyrocketed freaking bicycle ever. Is the price of those.
Now I remember you bought a sticker for the fucking seat.
No, it had stripes on the material. I had to buy a new cover because the fat neighbor we had broke it. She put a big pear ass on it and broke it. And I had to pay $150 for a new seat or $80, something like that.
But was that seat reproduction?
The seat had to be because you're not gonna go to Walmart. You had to go to the bike shop and order it. It took me months to get it. But it's not like you're going to Walmart and find one of those.
So when she broke it and you took the seat off, did you ever sit on the pegs and just masturbate yourself to that vintage bicycle?
You know, sometimes you just should take a garbage bag and side over your head, breathe in real deep. Spray some paint in there first. At least you can get high before you go.
All right, fucking let's wrap it up.
I didn't get to finish the story.
All right, let's hear it.
So anyway, I opened the bike up. It was found in an attic of a funeral home, like I said earlier. So I was sitting there after I cleaned it up. I said, I gotta go to work. This is the first time I worked at Ivy Hills, not the sixth. Anyhow, all right, so
Guy party.
I got the bike and put it in the garage. My dad was doing the security guard thing back then, or he's retired from the railroad. So I go to work. He goes to work that shift. He normally works Thursdays, but he worked that shift because he's training to maybe be the supervisor next, I guess. So when we come back, he's like, "You're out in the garage," and I'm like, "No, my dad always blamed me for everything that went wrong, right?" Mm-hmm. So I was like, "What the hell's going on?" He's like, "Well, that bicycle's been moved." The next night, I went over to my brother's house, and then we were all partying and stuff. My dad's at the house, and the bike was moved again. It happened for like a week, and then my dad's like, "Did you move his bicycle? Are you fucking with me?" Because you know, I always mess with my dad. It's so fun, fucking with your family's fun. There was a lot of paranormal experiences with that. Like, we found that the handlebars in different positions that they've been tightened. We found that there had a stick shift on it, and the stick shift was disconnected on the ground, and the screws were piled on top of it. So I decided to sell it, put it back on eBay after I fixed it up and cleaned it.
And this is a lemon peeler?
It was the cotton picker.
I'm gonna say fact because he had a racist bike, and yeah, man, the old pickers have passed. We're not happy with the...
oh, my God.
You were going to get canceled. All right, let's wrap this shit up. Anyways.
It was fake. I made that one up.
Oh, it was fake. I believe that was the one I was going to say fiction.
This guy did own it when he was a kid, and he was a black guy, and he loved the bicycle. Everybody makes everything racist these days, and it makes me just want to stay in my bedroom and not go nowhere.
Hey, man, if you're white, you're racist, so guy party. Anyways, everyone, thanks for checking out Dale Tales. Be sure to check out his YouTube page coming soon. What is it called, old Steve Dale?
Adventures of Dale.
Adventures of Dale. So it's coming soon. You guys can check him out on his fucking hot rod. He's going to probably do some like nude shoots and shit too. But yeah, man, guy party. It was good talking to you, Boozeheads. I hope you enjoyed the new segment, Dale Tales. I don't know if it's going to stick on our channel or it's going to go to Steve Dale's channel, but thank you for tuning in. And until the next episode,
Good party.
guy party. Keep it cool, Boozeheads.